For what Grimsby Town did in the Carabao Cup, they deserve a takeover. I mean, an EFL League 2 club knocking out Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes's salary is probably worth more than the entire Grimsby squad. Yet they managed to pull off one of the biggest upsets in English football. And that's what inspired me to take over them for the next 10 seasons. Our goal is to drag this underdog club from the depths of EFL League 2 all the way to the Premier League. And maybe even further. Now the wheel is back, but don't worry, it isn't the wheel of doom. In fact, today the wheel is going to be a bit kinder. Maybe it'll help us out more. And trust me, I think we're going to need all the help we can get. Because my goodness, is this team really bad. No wonder they're in League 2. But still, somehow, 64 rated Pim turned into prime Neuer against Man United. And okay, there is a few talented players in here that maybe we can try and grow, like Dara Burns. That's a name I remember quite fondly. If you know, you know. But yeah, besides that, this is basically a semi-professional squad. Borderline Sunday League.
Daddy, chill.
Now, for Season 1, I definitely want to just try and get out of EFL League 2. That means we gotta finish like top 7 to have a chance to get promoted. And I think that can be only done if we improve the team with signings. Okay, yeah, Grimsby are kind of broke. Just 1.2 million. And again, the more I look at the state of this club, the more impossible it feels what they managed to pull off against Man United. Let's first see what kind of challenge the wheel will give us for Season 1. Back to roots. Replace a first-team player with an English Youth Academy talent. Okay, that's not too bad. In fact, it's gonna help us. Also, I'm glad the wheel has given us something Youth Academy related early on, because unless the wheel guides us to do Academy stuff, we're not allowed to use it. Okay, we don't have a single sentiment in the Youth Academy, but it looks like the wheel has come bearing gifts. It's given us a 5-star scout. We can use it only once to find one sentiment, so I'm sending it to England to find us either a playmaker or a box-to-box midfielder, and now we patiently wait for a month. I'm nervous, boys. We've only got one chance and we need these players to be good. Okay, first up, we've got Cameron Welch. Does not look all that good. Okay, Reggie Hurst isn't too bad. Valued at almost $1 million. We'll take that. And I don't think we've got anyone better. So I guess we have found our sentiment. I'm signing Reggie Hurst. And the kid is already 63 rated at the age of 16. And honestly, he instantly becomes a starter. There you go. We've completed our challenge with the wheel. And I told you, this time the wheel is trying to help us out. Now, I am putting a development plan on Hurst, but one problem I've realized is that the growth is going to be super slow. I think we got to invest in coaches, but it will come at a price. We won't be able to make transfers most likely then. But you know what? I think we got to play the long game. Focus on getting some decent coaches in this first season. In fact, boys, just 3 coaches has wiped out our budget. And apart from the Youth Academy player, we couldn't really make any improvements. That just goes to show how difficult this Grimsby takeover is going to be. And that's why I'm not keeping trophy counts as our objective. We got to take things step by step. Our first goal is to just make it to EFL League 1. Now, as we're simming through the season, I have an announcement. S2G merch is coming. That's right, boys. Next week, S2Gshop.com is going to be going live, and we'll have a lot of cool products themed around the channel and the community we've built, and it will be amazing to see you guys get involved. Now, although the website launches next week, we're already taking sign-ups. And also, we're running a $100 merch giveaway just for signing up. So yeah, make sure you do. Links in the description. End of the season though, and we finished 10th. Now, we didn't get promoted, but that is a lot better than I expected, considering we had only one player joining into the team, and that too from the Youth Academy. And we weren't that far off from getting a playoff spot, like 3 points, that's it. Okay, I think I know why we did so well. Look at Hurst. The wheel absolutely cooked, allowing us to promote an academy player, because Reggie Hurst, 69 overall, I think he's going to be a Grimsby Town hero at this rate. But if we want to get promoted, move on to the next division, we're gonna have to improve the rest of the team. Now, for Season 2, we definitely have a budget increase up to 2.9 million. That should actually be good to make a couple of good signings to get us, of course, promoted. But let's first see if the wheel has got any surprises and haunt Manchester, not again. But oh, we'll get to steal a Man United player and bring him to Grimsby. Now, of course, I'm not allowed to steal a player as high rated as Bruno or Mbuemo. Since we are in EFL League 2, we're gonna have restrictions. We can steal any player up to a maximum of 70 overall. This Toby Collier guy would have actually been really good for us. But he's 71, so we're not allowed to sign him. This kid looks good though. Aiden Heaven, 70 rated centre-back, 19 years old. I guess we're stealing him. This is actually huge for us, because normally we wouldn't be able to sign a Premier League level player until we would have at least gone into the championship. So the wheel has really helped us out big time. Now, we still have about 2.9 million to make more improvements. And I'm thinking a goal-scoring striker might be what we need to get promoted. I think I may have found a budget beast, Miles Lieburn, 68 rated striker, 6'5", and he's only 22. There's a lot of room for him to grow. Plus, we managed to sign him for just 2 million. Now, since we signed a new striker, I thought it made sense to get ourselves an attacking coach, and I improved the midfield and defensive coaching departments as well. But that means we're kind of out of cash, just £35,000 left in our bank account. But I think this Grimsby team is a lot better than before. We've got Hurst, Lieburn, Heaven, 3 really good players now driving the team forward. Let's get through the season and see if we can get promoted. Maybe if you guys subscribe to the channel, that would bring us a bit of good luck. And it looks like you guys did subscribe because the luck has come through. We finished second in EFL League 2. That means we're getting promoted to League 1. One step closer to our goal of being in the Premier League. But yo, just look at our team. We've actually got 4 players above that 70 overall. Reggie Hurst just keeps getting better and better, and this kid is only 18. Heaven is well up to a 73. Lieburn turned out to being a really good signing too. In fact, he was our top scorer with 21 goals. But look at this, boys. Luca Paddington. Apparently, I'd completely ignored him so far. I had no idea that he was one of Grimsby's most talented youngsters. But we're seeing it now. He's up to a 71. Also, Darren Burns is slowly but surely growing up to a 67. But come on, guys. We can't slow down now. Our next goal, making it to the championship. Wait a second. I thought promotion would mean more money. Instead, our budget is down to 2.4 million this season. That's going to make it really hard to get this team into the championship because we still need a lot of improvements. Maybe someone in midfield, a goalkeeper as well, more defenders. But we're not doing any of that with 2.4. This is where the wheel is going to have to again be kind. It's been amazing to us so far. But wow, it's actually given us a limitation. Fountain of Youth signed 2 under 23 players. That also does mean we can't sign anyone else, and we can only sign these 2 players. Bit of a problem though. With 2.4 million, can we even find a couple of good under 23 players? Do you know what? There was no restriction on it being a free agent. This could actually be clutch. And okay, I do see a few really good free agents here under 23. In fact, I found Juan Cardoso from Paraguay. 23-year-old centre mid, 68 overall. Bro, he would instantly be a starter. And we've legit signed him for free. Now, that's 1 under 23 player. We need 1 more. And I'm thinking it's got to be the goalkeeper spot. I know Pim has become a cult hero after what he did against Man Utd. But he's 32 and we got to start looking for better. Now, I thought since we're going for goalkeeper, it better be German because they produce some fantastic goalkeepers. And we are now allowed to sign from the 3rd division in Germany. And look who I found here. 68 rated Björn Wagner. He fits in our budget, and that is exactly the upgrade we need. Once again, we're using our remaining money to deck out our coaching department because that's proven to being the best investment we've made so far. The amount of growth we've had in our team. But I think we're going to need more of that growth, especially if we want to get promoted to the championship. No way, I can't believe this, but we finished 3rd in League 1 as a newly promoted club. But in League 1, it's not the top 3 that goes through. It's only the top 2. So we're going to have to go through the playoffs. But you know what, guys? I think we can compete. We have 6 players in this team above a 70 overall. Look at the stats as well. Lieburn has turned out to being such a good signing. Barrington as well, a surprise one. He's been here from day 1. Hurst as well just keeps getting better. Come on, we've got Oxford down first in the semi-finals. Okay, this is the first leg. Let's not mess things up. Let's get a good result, and it's a 2-all draw. I really do feel like we're good enough for the championship, so can we please make it through? And no, on penalties. Looks like Grimsby used all their penalty luck against Man Utd that night. Well, we're gonna have to stay in EFL League 1 for another season. Also, why is our budget cooked, man? Come on, we almost got promoted last season, and our budget is pretty much the same. I do still feel we've got a way better team now, and we should be aiming for direct promotion. A bit of help from the wheel wouldn't hurt. Horn City, this is perfect. We get to steal a player from Manchester City, and now that we're in EFL League 1, we can steal a player with a max overall of 75. And remember when we did this with Man Utd, we got Aiden Heaven? Look at how good he's been. We got to get this choice absolutely right. Do you know what? I like this option. Jacob Wright, 72 rated. I think he'd instantly become a starter for us. If we want a right back, we could go with Katongo. Or even better, this Simpson Puse guy.
Pusio.
This guy probably got bullied so much in school because of that name, but he's 22, 72 rated. I think it's between Wright and Simpson. Do you know what? Jacob is valued way more than Simpson. If we're getting a player for free, we gotta take the most valuable one. And yup, Jacob Wright is who we're stealing. Our midfield now looks absolutely amazing. We've now got just 3 positions where we don't have 70 rated players, and I'm thinking we can slightly fix that by bringing in a new left back. And I found this Australian player, 73 rated Jacob Farrell. Now, he might be out of our budget, but if I put a swap deal here, putting in Sweeney, who we're trying to replace, might be able to pull this deal off. Let's try. Nope, it's not going to work. I don't think we're signing him. Looks like we don't have the facilities yet to sign 70+ rated players, so Zach Ashworth, Welsh left back, I guess he'll do. And again, I want to try and get this done through a swap deal. Can that work? Nobody wants this Sweeney guy, man, honestly. In the end, though, we did get this deal done all cash. With the improvements we've made this season, I don't want to settle for a playoff spot. I want automatic promotion. And yes, boys, this time we do get the job done. Second in the league. Again, I'm kind of gutted we couldn't win our first trophy, because I think we were good enough to win League One. Maybe we'll try and do that in the championship. But are you kidding me? Just look at the growth in this team. We have our first 80+ rated player. In fact, we've got 2. Barrington just keeps growing. Heaven is almost there as well. So is Leeburn. Jacob Wright, what a steal this has been. Even our free agent signing Juan Cardozo has been decent. Next season, if we can maybe get ourselves a centre-back and a right-back, we might be ready to straight away compete in the championship for promotion. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, this Grimsby down board is absolutely pissing me off. 5.4 million for being a championship club. Like, come on, man. Well, I guess this is why they were a League 2 club before we took over. I still do think 5 million should be good to maybe improve one of the positions. Could get ourselves maybe a centre-back or a right-back. But if the wheel cooks, things could be a lot better. Brilliant, boys. Absolutely brilliant. This is what we didn't need. You can only sign free agents. I really thought this would be the perfect season to sign some championship level players, but nope, we're gonna have to hunt in the free agent market. To be honest, the free agent market ain't that bad after all, because we found Iñaki Ruperez, 72 rated, pretty young at 26. We'll sign him up. Also, I found this Italian centre-back, Giovanni Bonfanti, 71 rated. Again, he's 26 too, and looks like he's heading to Grimsby Town. And oh boy, in just our first season as a championship club, 4th position. That means we're gonna be competing in the playoffs. I'm a bit worried though, because the last time we were in the playoffs, we got knocked out in the semis itself, but I think we're going into it with a way better team. We now have 5 80+ rated players. I mean, this team is good enough to start competing in the Premier League, I feel. But we gotta prove it by getting through the playoffs. We've got Southampton in the first leg, and we do end up losing 2-1. Please, can we make a comeback? That would be just absolutely brilliant. But we don't. Southampton are keeping us down for 1 more season at the very least. We're 5 seasons into this project with Grimsby, and we're still a division away from the Premier League. Just goes to show how difficult it is to get to the very top of England. And I'm kind of glad we didn't put any trophy goals as our objectives, because we're literally on 0. But I think if we can make it to the Premier League, start building from there, we could end up with a few trophies come the 10th season. But we need to secure promotion next season. Oh, it's taken 6 seasons, but finally looks like Grimsby have some kind of cash. 8.2 million is now our budget, and I quite like that. We can make some decent improvements. I think though most of our improvements need to be for the bench, because oh my days, do we have no squad depth. Let's first see what the wheel is cooking. I want to cry. Ego troubles. Sell your top goal scorer from last season and replace him with a younger player. That is the first negative challenge the wheel has given us. And of course, our top scorer was Leeburn. In fact, he won the championship golden boot with 27 goals. We even got him up to an 81 overall, and now we're gonna have to transfer list him. Funnily enough, we have another problem. We actually don't have enough players to actually sell anyone from this squad. We've got just 18 players. The game won't allow us to sell anyone. In that case, we'll use our 8 million to sign a couple of players for squad depth. And I found Kim Ji-soo, 73 rated centre-back, and Kamara, 74 rated midfielder. These two, I think, are going to be great additions to our squad. Now, that is one problem that we've solved. But the major one is, of course, selling Miles Leeburn. I'm actually wondering how much money we can get for him, because that could be huge. Oh, and it is huge. A 41 million pound offer. In fact, let me delegate and see if our negotiating team can get me more money. But you know what? Selling Leeburn might just change change everything for us. Juventus are willing to go up to 48 million. I'll accept that. Sorry, Newcastle, you're getting rejected again. And that is Lee Byrne leaving. But you know what? I don't think we can complain. 48 million pounds is crazy. That should be more than enough for us to get a good backup striker and maybe even improve the rest of the team. But of course, we do have one issue. Since we are a championship club, we cannot sign players from the league above us. Premier League, La Liga, Bundesliga, they're all off limits. In that case, the play should be to try and get the best striker possible in the championship. And honestly, I can see quite a few decent options in here. I think the best one though is Paris Brunner, 24-year-old German striker. Okay, he's not as good as Lee Byrne because he's only 78 rated, but at least there's potential to grow. And I think we got a deal, just 13 million to sign him. We've still got a bit of money left, so I'm thinking we'll sign Peter Pan himself. I do remember seeing this kid in Madrid's academy. 77 rated. Okay, 27 isn't that young, but I do think this is a big upgrade for us in that right midfield spot. Gotta say, our team looks more balanced with Bruno and Peter in there. At the same time, I am missing Leo Burns. How good was he? Despite that, I still feel like we've got the team to get promoted. End of the season, and we actually finish outside of even the playoffs. Bro, last season we were 3rd. This time around 8th? It's not like Bruno didn't score. He still got like 24 goals. Okay, Peter kind of underperformed. But nah, the team actually grew quite well. I guess it was the goalkeeper, man. Wagner isn't really growing. But man, we're 6 seasons in, and we're not even in the Premier League. Gotta say, the wheel really cooked us last season. This time we need a bit of help, and okay, new owners are coming in. We're gonna have 100% budget increase. But this will kind of be useless until our base budget is pretty high. And it's pretty much the same as last year, 8 million. Now, at least we get to apply 100% increase on it, and it's up to 16. But it could have been so much better if the Grimsby board backed us more. The big decision we need to make this season is about the goalkeeper spot. Has Wagner really just maxed out his potential? I think he has. The growth just isn't there with him. I think we need to use the entire 16 million we've got to get a better keeper, because that's what's holding us back. Okay, I found a crazy good keeper at Bournemouth, Alex Paulson. I want to try and swap Wagner, and if somehow that will be enough to make a deal, this would be unbelievable. But they just kicked us out. Bro, with a limited budget, we're gonna struggle to find a good keeper. Do you know what? It might be worth to go with someone with experience. Michael Cooper, 31 years old, but is already 81 rated. We have the funds to sign him, and I think he's the man that can get us into the Premier League. With a better keeper, at least we're back into the playoffs. But man, our playoff record is so bad. We've already choked twice. But not this time, boys. This time we are making it to the Premier League. Okay, it's the first leg. This time, let's at least try and make it to the final. But it's a 1-1 draw, which means the second leg is going to decide everything. This is it, the moment of truth. Can we at least make it to the playoff final? And yes, we can. For the first time, we've made it to the final. This is 7 seasons of grinding, boys. Surely it's time we take Grimsby down all the way to the Premier League. This is our moment. I can't believe it. I actually can't believe it. On penalties, we've lost the playoff final. That is just brutal. For 3 seasons, we've been stuck in the championship. Are we ever going to make it to the Premier League? Bro, we're now in season 8, and I think I've kind of figured it out. We've just got to get automatic promotion. If we rely on playoffs, we're just constantly going to get our heart broken. Now, what does this team need to get automatic promotion? I definitely think it's a quality centre-back. Because, my goodness, we've got Hurst, who's now up to an 86. Wright is 86. Barrington, 85. Even Bruno up top has got up to an 82. I know, the board has given us a reasonable base budget this time. 11.7 million. Now, if I could get a cheeky boost from the wheel, and oh my days, this is like a perfect boost. The British jackpot. We get to sign any 80+ rated Englishman from outside the Big 6. And the money for this signing will come from the wheel, not our budget. That actually means we'll be able to sign a Premier League level player. It just can't be from the likes of Arsenal, Liverpool, City. But it could be Aston Villa. Josh Achiampong. Bro, that would be our right back spot sorted. But I think we're going to look for a centre back. Okay, there's Jared Brantwaite at Leeds. I know he's 30, but he's 86 rated. We need this kind of experience if we finally want to become a Premier League club. And oh man, what an unbelievable gift this is from the wheel. Jared Brantwaite is now going to be playing for Grimsby Town. Now, if we can't get promoted after that, I'll have no words. And looks like that's what it took. Jared Brantwaite joining the team. And we destroyed the championship. 111 points. We scored over 100 goals. And finally, after 8 seasons, Grimsby Town is going to be gracing the Premier League. You know what? I think we've got a squad that can compete. All these years spent in the championship has battle-readied this squad. I mean, Bruno's 84. Hurst and Wright, 87. 87. Heaven is up to 85. Even Cooper at the age of 33 keeps growing. We sort out a few positions like right back, left back, and maybe centre mid. I think we'll be able to more than compete. Right now, though, I am going to be happy about the fact that we've got our first trophy. It's taken us 8 years, but we still have a couple more left. And I really want to try and see if we can get Grimsby down to win a first division title. At this point, whether it's a Carabao Cup or a Premier League, I don't care. I'll take any of them. Now, the question is the wheel going to help us out? Oh, no. Financial troubles. Our budget is going to be reduced by 30%. Now, the good news is we've got our biggest ever budget yet, 43 million. Surely that's all the Premier League TV money. But after a 30% budget cut, we're down to 30.7 million. But you know what? Considering what we've had to deal with so far, this still feels like really good money. And it should be good enough to improve at least one of the fullback spots. If we didn't have to deal with this budget cut, we could have literally signed Harry Amar. 83 rated would have been perfect, but now he doesn't fit our budget. But I have found an Argentinian 81 rated Mateo Del Blanco. Now that we're a Premier League club, we can sign players from other top leagues. But man, it just hit me. We've only got a couple of seasons left. There's still so much I want to achieve with this Grimsby team. If we can somehow nick a Carabao Cup or an FA Cup, that would just make it so much better. For now though, let's just enjoy the fact that we're going to be experiencing Premier League football. And this is actually mental. In our first season in the Premier League, we've managed to finish 7th. Now, there is a chance that could get us into like the Conference League or the Europa League, which would be outrageous. Gives us a chance to win a European trophy with Grimsby. But oh my days, we've already got a big trophy, the FA Cup. We beat Leeds United. Stealing Jared Brantwaite from them was the best decision ever, I think. That's our second trophy with Grimsby. And oh man, we could have won a third as well. We made the Carabao Cup final, but lost on pens. What an incredible season this has been. Even for growth, we've got our first 90 rated player in Hurst. Bro, for the final season, we got to push to try and make this team as good as possible. Because I have a feeling we might be in like a European competition. Oh, but come on. Even with European football, our budget is so stinky. How do we get 44 million last year and now 21 million after the season we've had? Makes no sense. But anyways, our final challenge the wheel is going to give us: no glory hunting. You can only sign third division players. What even is the point of this? We're now a Premier League club. There is not one player in EFL League 1 that can even make our team. Well, looks like no signings for us this season. I still feel like we've got a team that can compete in Europe. It's our final season, boys. I want to give it everything for the Europa League. And that's not a good start. Community Shield final. Manchester United beat us. Based on this season, Man United can't beat Grimsby. But okay, we don't win the FA Cup or even the Carabao Cup. I'm glad we did it last season, man. Premier League, we've moving up 5th. Bro, basically over this last decade, we've managed to make Grimsby Town a regular Premier League club. Not just that, even a European club. Because this gets us into the Europa League next season. And I mean, we've just built an unbelievable team as well. Such a shame that we couldn't improve the squad in the final season. But now it all depends on this, the Europa League. And honestly, we've had a good start, finishing in the top 8, skipping the playoffs. And looks like Grimsby are going on a European tour. We've knocked out Braga. But Chelsea, they end our European tour. I'll still say that this takeover was a massive success. From an EFL League 2 club, we've taken Grimsby down to European nights, as well as becoming a top 6 Premier League club. Let me know in the comments, how much would you rate the job we've done for Grimsby out of 10? If I would have won the Europa League in this last season, I'd have given myself a 10. But since I didn't, 8 is good. Now, if you enjoyed my journey with Grimsby, why not watch me fix Manchester United? Click here.